Tell me about your swim. What do you think?
I was really surprised with my swim. Best time. Everybody loves to go best time, so I was really happy with that. And I really felt like I finally could finish the second 50, which I've been working on for so long. So I'm really happy to see some of that come through in like a high pressure situation.
What's this season been like? Why did you want to come here after Worlds? Why did you want to take another shot at that 100 free?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to come to Nationals, and then I was, and then I wasn't. I felt like at Worlds, I just really didn't swim to the best of my abilities, how I would, you know, my levels and stuff like that. So I wanted to come to Nationals also because, I mean, I just want to take advantage of every opportunity that I have before my swim career is over. And this is an interesting meet because it's been such a long season. You can come here and, like, not to be like cringy, but actually have fun in the sun. And it's one of those meets where I could have fun with my teammates and like a little less pressure and still swim fast.
How does less pressure help? How do you think it hurts the chance of swimming fast? And then from there, how do you kind of make all swim meets feel this way?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I'm not sure how I'm gonna make all swim meets feel this way, but I think depending on if the pressure is internal or external for me, it's no different. And the way that I handle it is what I've been working on. So just a lot of like deep breathing meditation, and it's just really like,
the lead is a 27.
when it comes down to it, like I know what I'm doing, regardless of how I'm feeling. I know what I'm doing at the end of the day, so I kind of just try to remember that before I walk out.
Second, 27-21, 700.
What was the in-between like from coming off of Worlds into this meet?
It was rough. I kind of showed up here and I didn't know where I was. On the tail end of Worlds, I got COVID, so I was just like bedridden for I think a week, and then I just came back to swim, and then I was just having some issues getting back into it and like the intensity that I was at before Worlds. So it kind of hurt my confidence a little bit, but honestly, I think at one point I just let go and I was like, honestly, whatever happens, happens. And I'm glad I took that mentality because I showed up here like just excited to race and just to take that as an opportunity to swim fast.
So you were on the Olympic team and you kind of had that international team experience, and then you go to Worlds this year and you're a captain. Can you kind of talk about just the difference that was, or how that experience was?
Yeah, that was honestly one of the biggest honors that I've had swimming for Team USA, and it was one of my long-term goals, and I'm really, really blessed that my teammates felt that they could trust me as their captain. And you know, I felt a little bit of pressure with that. I felt like I had to do something different, but you know, Caleb and Ryan have been there so many times before, and they just reassured me that my teammates, they trust me anyways with how I act and how, you know, they felt like I could lead this team anyways, so I didn't have to do anything different. But it definitely was an honor, and I hope to make more teams and hopefully be team captain.
As you kind of get ready to put this season behind you, what are the takeaways from the way you raced and trained? What do you think are the keys to, you know, getting closer to 53 on the 100 free?
I think it takes a while for me to review stuff, so I feel like so far, I think honestly, my teammates are like really a big proponent of you know, how we show up at meets, and even when I was at Georgia, like the relationships that I have with my teammates, they really make a difference. Like, it's such a pressure-filled situation, and if you show up there by yourself, it's really hard. So I really leaned on my teammates, and they leaned on me, and we just created like a really cool culture this year. And I think you guys saw that at trials, and then into Worlds, we had a really big group from Florida at Worlds, and then we have a big group here. So I'm very grateful for my teammates. And as far personally, I think the biggest takeaway is just to let it go. And I know that's a lot harder to do than to say, but you know, just rehearsing that in practice no matter what, and just trusting Ness and trusting Steve and all the rest of my coaches, and I just know what I'm doing.
Do you train with Katie McLaughlin in practice?
Sometimes we'll do warm-up together, and we'll do like some sets together, but not really.
What's it like when you guys do train together?
It's pretty low-key. I mean, sometimes we'll do kick sets with the boys. I know, like, in the fall, her and I are with the boys, and so I really lean on her. I'm like, I gotta keep up with Katie or else I'm gonna miss the interval. But it's cool. I mean, we love training with the boys, and I think they create a culture where, like, they just bring us in as one of them, and so I think that's the coolest part of it.
Has that changed your dynamic? You're training with her there now?
No, I mean, I just focus on myself. I take from what Katie I can and her intensity, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who submit. So.
What do you think of her race today?
I was barely able to see it, but that's just what Katie does, and one of the coolest things about Katie is that she may not always have someone right there racing her, but she is so mentally tough that she's able to do it by herself, and that's something that I really admire about her, is her mental toughness day in and day out to continue to push herself, and no matter who she's racing.
Thanks, Natalie. Appreciate it.
Thanks.